Greetings, YouTube. You might find it odd that I am jumping into this section of the unit store to start out on today's video. But you see, there have been two themes in 2021. Kabam has been screwing over Cavalier players, which they most certainly have, particularly with Tier 5 class catalyst fragment selectors, which they have now for the past month plus basically only given to Thronebreaker players with things like Tier 3 Alpha Catalyst fragments, Tier 6 Basic Catalyst fragments. Things that Thronebreaker players need, but also knowing that Cavalier players, really traditionally the most, need a Tier 5 class catalyst formed to become Thronebreaker. This is why, of course, this is why people complete the Abyss. Because they do it mostly for that fully formed Tier 5 class catalyst, even though they know that it's not a selector, so they have no control over what class it lands on. But this year is also the year that the Grandmaster Daily Special was not a uncollected and above decision. The Grandmaster's Daily Special was for what? People level 5 and above? And so suddenly becoming uncollected had no bearing on whether or not you saw that, and it really did lessen in some ways the excitement for players to go from Conqueror to Uncollected. Well, if you want to grab that rage and you want to bottle it up and then multiply it by like 1,000, have I got an update for you? Because we now know that spectacular deals are officially coming this weekend, as we've been talking about for years, certainly months. Please be aware that from July 2nd to July 5th, spectacular offers will be available, and a huge collection of bonus items will be added to all unit packs, just like there's been for the past 3-4 years. However, check this out. These offers will be specifically tuned to your story progression, but as a special bonus for all summoners for the first time ever, we will be opening up the uncollected level. I don't mean to laugh. It's just really sad for uncollected players. We will be opening up the uncollected level of the savings to all summoners level 5 and up. Well, there's never been a better time to start an account than right now. And maybe that's what Kabam is thinking. We have to get new spenders. We have to get people to normalize spending hundreds of dollars on this game. So they probably got together and said, look, if you're proven, if you're Conqueror, you're probably not going to get items that are tempting enough to spend hundreds of dollars. But if you're at least uncollected, especially if you're level 5 and your best champion is like a 2-star Groot, and then all of a sudden you can get all of the uncollected deals, which you know are going to include 6-star shards and 5-star shards and Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst, etc. Suddenly you're thinking, like, I could literally do years of progression in 10 minutes of swiping that credit card. Unit Man is coming, that's for sure. But it does suck for uncollected players. I just got to say it. I view my channel as a voice for uncollected players as much as any progression, and I feel like they are already left out of so many discussions because it is now the 3rd highest tier of progression next to Cavalier and Thronebreaker. But now it's just being lumped in with all level 5s and above. And when you start at level 5, you've got 1 and 2-star champs. That's it. So the idea that you're going to go from 1 and 2-star champs to 5 and 6-star champs, and the rank up resources needed to take those 5 and 6-star champs to rank 2 or rank 5 is crazy for those players, but it does suck for the uncollected players. All I can tell you uncollected players is to take the amount that you are upset and try to turn it into motivation to become Cavalier, because that will be a huge deal and a huge bonus for your progression. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about in this case, at least. Now let's read the rest of this. Some prime resources will be locked off to higher progression summoners. When they say prime resources, I'm guessing they also probably mean things like class-based 6-star Nexus crystals, Tier 3 Alpha Catalyst fragments, and Tier 6 Basic Catalyst fragments, all of which I covered yesterday on the channel with my wish list for what I hoped Thronebreaker players would see if you are interested in that video. And then, of course, if you just want to know how far the game has come, July 4th, I showed the offers from last year in a separate video this week as well. So If you progress while the sale is live, you'll gain access to the new tier of offers, which is always the smartest way to go about it. If you can only afford one of the tiers, you want it to be the best tier possible. So you want to immediately go to Cavalier or Thronebreaker. I would say Uncollected, but now I can't, because level 5 has the same as, I don't know, level 40? It's crazy. Offers this good don't come around often, actually only about 3 times a year, so be sure to make the most out of these spectacular Summoner bundles while you can. I'm sorry, Uncollected players, you got screwed. You got lumped in with literally everybody else, and the best way that you can fight back is to become Cavalier. I wish there was something better I could tell you, but it's just the state of the game. They're telling you we don't care about you, we care about everybody else, and if you want to change something about it, then become Cavalier. And then you can get screwed with all the other Cavalier players until you become Thronebreaker. So it's kind of a vicious, unhealthy cycle when you think about it. There you have it, YouTube. Thanks again to everybody who has sent prayers and well wishes my way. Test results are still pending for my prostate and so much else. But your well wishes, your comments, your messages, trust me, they do not fall on deaf ears.